sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, second in the league in passing a season ago.
Truth be told, we might be talking about one of the most disrespected quarterbacks in the entire NFL. I mean, he's constantly talked about as if he's some fringe NFL starter, despite the fact, Mike, that he's been the focal point for a team that has completely turned things around since his arrival. Now, I don't know if we would classify him as this, like, elite super talent, but there's no denying this guy is a winner, and if he's under center, you got a great chance.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Going for it all. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season at quarterback, but Greg, just his 2nd as a starter, waited his turn and had a really good first year as a starter.
Took a little while for him to get his chance to be a full-time starter, but once he got that shot, he's just never looked back. I mean, Mike, think, he's always had that powerful arm. He can push the ball up and down the field and make every throw imaginable. But that time he spent on the sideline, I think it ended up being a massive blessing in disguise. He was able to work on his game from a mental and technical standpoint with no pressure to play. And now he is reaping all the benefits.
Love to throw to get started. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
On the bootleg, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know, if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Love. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The motion man is Raymond. On first and 10, here's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Throwing here is Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Down inside the 10. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got it at the 3. The Lions called their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Now, Goff. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
This defense holding tight Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Packers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Love. Catch made there by Watson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. To throw is Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's caught. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A huge play just before the half. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The gain is 64. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. A quick slant, looked in by Watson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In motion, Reed. We'll go play action with Love. He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Lowe to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Really nice call there on 3rd and inches. You have the defense thinking run, and then you hit them with the short pass, and the yardage you get after that is just gravy. They turn this into a nice play, and they pick up a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Second down and 8. Now Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Dobbs headed in motion. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A second down throw for Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run here, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll run. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's going to have enough for the first down. We'll mark him up at the 39-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Running is Jacobs. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Packers set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. This one caught by Patrick.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over. First and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. So, it's a win for the Packers. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.